I'm Heiselin with Austin Entertainment Management, here for the AM Music Strategy episode 3. And with me, I have swear words. How you doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing awesome. I'm coming back from a weekend of Vision High, and our weekend at the Global Vision Conference was so amazing that we decided that we needed to continue this conversation into today's live stream. So I brought some friends from the Global Vision Conference to share with you guys today, and we're going to be talking about vision. So let me introduce them really quick, then we're going to do some announcements about our events, and then we're going to get into the topics. So you ready, Mike?
Ready.
All right. First, let's bring in Sarah Pace. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing?
Hey, everyone. I'm doing great, especially after that conference this weekend.
So Sarah was my road trip buddy. We rode down from Jacksonville to Fort Lauderdale, and we had an absolutely amazing time. Stayed in this great Airbnb. We're treated like queens. It was awesome, was it not?
So much more than we could have asked for. It was incredible.
Awesome. Okay, and then I also want to bring in Aerial Vibes. She is my new friend. I didn't know her at all, zero, before this conference, and then we met, and it's like instant BFFs. Like, she's amazing. Ariel, welcome.
Thank you. Great to have the opportunity to meet you guys at the Global Vision Conference. Such an incredible event to be at. Such high energy, such great positives, such great information. And I'm super psyched to be here today. So thank you for the invite.
Sure. Okay, so let's talk about what events we have coming up. I'm going to start out a little ways first, so get your calendars out and mark this down, and then I'm going to move to the most recent event. So first of all, I want to talk about the 5-dimensional performing arts workshop, which is February 3rd, starting at 7 p.m. It is online, so no matter where you guys are coming to us from, you can join this event, and it's especially for those people that used to perform. Maybe you did stuff in high school, you used to do plays, you used to sing, you used to dance, you used to do these things, but then life got in the way, you got busy, and you aren't doing those things anymore. And sometimes a lot of reason why people don't get started is because they're not really sure how. So Joanna Tress has this amazing energy. Would you not agree, Sarah Pace?
Yeah, she's incredible. And her energy is so infectious.
Yes, she was our road tripping buddy also. There was like energy sparks shooting out of our car the whole way, both ways. Even when we were tired on the way back, there was still lots of energy. And Mike, you know Joanna too. We're in the music mastermind together. She's amazing, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's incredible. She's like what people would say is my spirit animal. You know, like she has that energy, her whole entity.
Yes, for sure. So her event is February 3rd at 7 p.m. You can go to our Facebook page, halisthebomb.com, look at the events. The link is there for you to sign up and register for that event. We definitely recommend that you check that out. Then the next thing that is going on my calendar, I have an event from TEDx speaker Sarah Im, who actually Sarah Pace introduced me to. So Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit more about our other friend, Sarah?
Of course. Thank you. So I was connected to Sarah Im through a mutual friend of ours, and we sat down and had a one-to-one over Zoom, and it was just so incredible to hear her story and how she's taking that story to basically fulfill her vision of, helping others to tell their story and to just kind of live their truth. Quick recap. She is a survivor of genocide who eventually and thankfully was able to come to the US and, is now safe and just sharing her story and her inspiration. And as soon as I finished talking to her, I was like, you have to talk to Heidi.
So we did talk, and she was mentioning that she was heading up to Jacksonville and doing some of these bigger speaking events. And I thought it would be really cool to bring her into a more intimate setting. So we're going to be meeting at Wilder Business Success. And this event is going to be great for small business entrepreneurs, coaches, and musicians, because she's going to be talking how you can use as a marketing tool.
So that was her saying that Sarah's going to be talking about how you can use your story, basically in your vision, as a marketing tool for you and your business.
All right, thanks, Sarah, for taking over for me and when I froze out there for a second. So I'm sure you did wonderfully. So everybody come to the Speaking as Your Marketing Tool event. Right now, this is just for people in Jacksonville, Florida. However, I'm going to see what I can do to make this a dual hybrid event or have a recording for you to be able to see it. Okay, next event. This event is also just for people in Jacksonville, Florida. It is a music meetup that's hosted by Pine Studios. They do this every Sunday, the last Sunday of the month at 6 p.m. But this one this month is very special. It's going to be at Pine Studios because it's their anniversary. I think it's their 4th year anniversary. So if you're in Jacksonville, head on out. This is a great way for you to connect to musicians, have conversations with them, not have to shout over music. You actually can hear the conversation. So it's really cool. I hope you guys are all going to be able to take it. And for all of you out there that are like, I want to go to a music meetup, but I don't live in Jacksonville. Anybody who knows about a music meetup that's somewhere in some city, let us know. And we will promote that so other people know where you can go and meet up with musicians. Okay, so we have a lot more events that I can talk about. This is not like an upcoming event show. So what I'm going to mention at this point is the little scrolly thing at the bottom of our screen. Go to that website, halisthebomb.com/events. You're going to see all of the events that we have going on. We've got lots of online networking events where you can tap into this power of community that we were a part of during the Global Vision Conference with the Laws of Life. There is an episode from the Essential Academy where you can get to know that community. Lots of cool things. You just need to go to halisthebomb.com/events to see what's going on. Oh yeah, and a quick mention on the laws of empowering entrepreneurs this Thursday. I'm going to be a guest on that one, so definitely make sure that you tune into that one, and you can find all that information on our website. Okay, let's talk about vision, and you guys are ready?
Ready?
Yay!
Yes.
Yes. Bring it on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the Global Vision Conference is on January 21st. That's all of this off. I'm going to mention the website because I paid attention to this. This was the 9th one, I believe. So there's going to be another Global Vision Conference. So if you're very excited about everything we're talking about, you can attend next year. But right now, here I want to talk to you. I know that you went to the Global Vision Conference kind of unclear what your vision is. You've got a lot of interest. There's a lot of things that you want to do. And so you went to the Vision Conference hoping to get more insight about what it is that you were going to focus on. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Heidi. So I, went into this Global Vision Conference and was kind of unsure about what I really wanted to do with my life. Heidi and I are doing the Positive Intelligence Grant Program with Dr. Shazad, and he talks all about, your saboteurs. And no surprise to me, my biggest saboteur was restlessness. So basically saying I jump from one thing to another, like, get bored easily, that kind of stuff. So that being said, I know that I love to help people, and I know that I love to travel. And now it's just trying to figure out how to bring both of those in together, and just to kind of, clarify that overall vision. And basically, going to this conference over the weekend, I got to meet so many incredible visionaries, talk to so many people. And I think the best thing I took away from it was that it doesn't have to happen right now. And honestly, the more you try to push your vision, or, you stress about it, the harder it's going to be to find. Just honestly, let the laws of attraction work. Let it come to you, is basically what I took from this weekend.
That's so awesome, Sarah. So, what was your favorite part about this weekend?
So many things. Honestly, I think staying in the Airbnb was just something I'll never forget. From that first night where we sat down over dinner and the people in the Airbnb talked about our most difficult moments in life, or what has affected us the most. And we just really had that chance to bond from day one all the way to the last night when we had the party and the breakfast the next morning. And then of course the conference, 7 hours of people just sharing their visions. And like you said before, it felt just like a big hug all day long. And I'm not a hugger, so I made the exception, and this was incredible.
That is so awesome, Sarah. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, because there are a lot of people out there that haven't quite figured out, like, what is their passion? What do they want to pursue? What is that special thing inside of them that they're going to share with the world? And it's not always about knowing it and being there, but sometimes it's about the journey
Yes.
and finding it. And so that's beautiful, Sarah. So, okay, next I want to bring on Ariel, who, I mean, she just has this incredible energy from the moment that I met her at the table and I was checking them in. So much so that the person that she was with, I completely forgot about him. I tried to check him in twice. He came in from the bathroom. I'm like, sir, you have to check in. He's like, I already did. I was with the redheaded girl. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's what. So anyway, Ariel, I didn't even ask you while we were there, what made you decide to go to the Global Vision Conference, and then share with us a little bit more about what your vision is.
So I have a brand called Motivated Positive. I'm all about mindful empowerment. And a huge part of mindfulness and empowerment has to do with vision. And it has to be having a clear vision, having a decisive, descriptive vision, having a vision that you can taste, that you can feel. And my friend Chris had invited me to join you guys at the Global Vision Conference. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I got a dose of inspiration times 10. There were so many amazing speakers that day that just truly inspired me to be my best self. And that's what life is all about. It is all about us connecting, all about good energy, all about us utilizing our strengths and our skills, helping each other, and really being able to make a bigger impact. And that is everything that I care about. So, of course, I had to be there. And you know what? I'm a firm believer in learning and growing and expanding. And part of that, part of doing that is really taking the time to get the education to learn from others that have the success that we want. I'm a firm believer in personal growth and development. And so I just thought this was a great opportunity to not only get inspiration, but just meet some amazing people, share the incredible energy, and truly be able to help everyone collectively together, because there is power in unity. And just because there's something that you don't know doesn't mean that somebody that, you're not connected to doesn't, isn't able to help you. And we all grow together.
Gosh, I love that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
There's a reason why we got along so much when we met each other. I love that, especially the emphasis on community and doing things together, because I think that a lot of the message that's out there is, oh, I've built this myself, or I can do this myself. But the truth of the matter is, you can only get so far by yourself before you need to tap into other people. And when we co-create together, that's really when great things happen.
Exactly. Relationships are so important. And years ago, I tried to do everything myself, and I have failed miserably at doing that. And so part of the journey is to rebuild, my relationships and, put the value back where it's supposed to be. So this was a great lesson. I am extremely grateful to be able to be in your guys' presence and just be surrounded by incredible people that truly have a lot to give and a lot of knowledge to share, because I definitely don't know it all. And I love to be able to gain better skill sets.
Well, awesome. I'm so glad this is just a great example of attraction. Like we're both kind of vibrating out the same wavelength, and we found each other. So very cool. I appreciate that you're sharing. Thank you for being here today. And now I want to highlight Swear Words, who was not at the Global Vision Conference, but he's got to catch the wave of all of our excitement. And so, just like I was challenged by Jody Darren to express my vision, I thought, oh no, this is too good for just me to do this exercise. So I talked to Sarah and I talked to Ariel. And even though Mike wasn't there, I challenged Mike to do this same thing. So, Mike, what is your vision?
So for me, my vision is okay. It may seem cliche, but overall, this is what I have for my vision. So something that's always captivated me since I was young are like two main themes, which is courage and love. As a kid, I was really into wrestling. I loved when they would cut promos and they would come off so brave and they would know exactly what to say and how to say it. And like I really idolized that when I was young. And another thing, weirdly, in the complete opposite direction that I was really into as a kid was romantic comedies. So I would be watching wrestling and then I'd be watching a whole bunch of love stuff. And it created this sort of like a person that represented like a beacon of understanding and advice, but with like a really big heart. I don't know, like this tough exterior teddy bear. I don't know. But either way, it led me to like being this person that like people came to for advice, and especially when it came to like relationships and things like that. And it allowed me to, I don't know, kind of believe in myself a bit more than I used to, because of these aspects of learning these themes of courage and love and stuff like that. But the main thing is, for me, getting older, I took those little samples of like helping people when I was younger, giving people advice and stuff like that, and I put that into becoming a life coach and also playing music. So for me, I feel like my biggest goal is to help the world awaken to the power that they possess in their hearts and souls. Um, and for me, I have a positive and unique perception of life. embodiment, potential, and openness to everything. So in my music, I like to portray confidence, resilience, love, strength, and real hardships and the process of letting go. Because I believe that we should always be betting on ourselves, and that there is too much diversity in our world, that we should be solidified in the idea that there is only one race, and that is a human race, and that we are all stronger together, and that love, despite anything, no matter what, will always conquer all. So overall, my vision is to help the world awaken to that, to be more confident in themselves, to know that love is the answer above all, especially hate and revenge and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much my vision. Help the world.
Mike, I love that. And like we've had conversations before, but we never really had it like written down in a concise, like 5-minute kind of way. But from this exercise, like I can really see why we're meant to co-create together. Because there's so many things that you value and so many pieces of your vision that, when I talk about mine, you're all going to see how they overlap. And I also like, of course, that you mentioned the aspect of community. That is a huge theme that is coming out today with these visions. So I think this is super cool. Okay, Mike, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing that vision with us.
Oh, no problem.
And now I'm going to share with you why Austin Entertainment Management is even here, our vision of Austin Entertainment Management. But before I do, I just want to say how grateful I am to Hal Austin, who is the owner of Austin Entertainment Management. And it's because of him that I am here speaking today, and that I've been speaking to you over the last year, and that I was able to musicians and work with them and really build this community of support for musicians to thrive. And so this is my recap from my takeaway from the Vision Conference and my story. When I was growing up, I was told that being a rock star is not a real job. Only a few people could make a living this way if they were really talented. But then you also had to be at the right place at the right time and know the right people. So it boiled down to luck. But I was ready to gamble with luck, and I went for it anyway. But the belief that making it was impossible kept my progress slow. So I did make deciding that if I couldn't make it, I would at least have some songs that were mine, songs that were written and recorded mine. And so I did that. And I played shows, and I found fans, and I learned a bunch about myself through the process. Once I tasted my passion outside of my imagination, I wanted more, and I was not going to stop. Today, I want to share with you 3 insights of what I was missing that led to procrastination and a lot of wasted time and energy. So, first of all, I had no clear vision. I'd not defined what I meant by I want to be a rock star. Without a clear vision, there's lots of distractions along the way. And I was unsure of my vision. I didn't believe certain parts of it could come true. And so I was very, very worried about how it was going to happen. A lot of wasted energy right there. And because I was so worried about how it was going to happen, I did think about goals, but those goals weren't clear as a result of not having a clear vision. The ones that I set weren't realistic or even possible at the level that I was at. So now I know that having a clear picture and a strategy guarantees my success with consistent action. I might even get better than I imagined. Much like the Global Vision Conference was way better than I imagined it was going to be. But I've clearly defined the way that I want to work in the music industry, so the resources that I need are going to be attracted to me. I don't need to waste energy on how it's going to happen. It is not luck. This is attraction that I've created. And you can do that too when you define your vision and you make it clear. So the second thing, I had collaborations with the wrong people. I did not collaborate with musicians that were in alignment with what I wanted to do. So as a result of that poor vision, I wasn't communicating clearly. And a lot of that was because of my fear that I wasn't going to be able to find any musicians to play with me. And I didn't want to limit my options. I had very wonderful experiences with everyone that I've worked with, and they're all band family, but it didn't all go the way that I wanted it to. It was hard. I had to convince them that this was the next best thing. So a lot of energy was wasted on convincing people to do something that they had no interest in doing. And at that time, I didn't know the power of community. What community I did know, I was afraid to talk to any of them for fear of rejection or that I wouldn't be taken seriously. The first educational community that I joined was called the Online Musician, which was created by Leah McHenry. In this community, I realized in order to get to a higher level of music, I needed to be hanging around with musicians that were thinking maybe even bigger than I was, and that were actively doing the things. So I could figure out what pieces I was missing by asking questions or reading other people's questions and seeing the answers. And this is what I discovered. It was so cool. Much about like what we're talking about here today is that I found that, sorry, I had to change the clicking for a second. I found that people weren't really scary, that people wanted to help. Like Mike wants to help, like Sarah wants to help, like Ariel wants to help. People are really out there that want to help, and they would take me seriously. So that gave me the pieces that I was missing with my music strategy. Number 3, I didn't learn how to be an entrepreneur. I didn't understand the music business. And for some reason, I thought it was just this big, complicated thing that my simple brain was never going to understand. Probably because everybody told me working in the music industry was impossible. It was my beliefs. Here's my work history. In my 20s, I was a retail manager. I learned about business, marketing, sales, leadership, accounting, computer programs, products, all that stuff. But what I hadn't put together yet is that if I wanted to make money with music, I needed to stop treating it like a hobby and do all the things that an entrepreneur would do to start business. Your music, your show, your merchandise, these are your products and your services. Like a small business getting started, you learn to work with a business plan. You learn who you are and what you value. And you learn more about the people that you want to impact, where you find them, and how are you going to connect with those people. The thing is so cool that when you do, they're all going to love what you're creating. And in fact, these people have been waiting for you to put this music out and find them. So it took me some time, but now I have a plan. I've got goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. I no longer fear I'm not going to get what I want with music. I'm enjoying the journey with confidence that I will not fail. So in conclusion, how do you become a rock star or any other kind of music idol that you want to define? 3 things. Start with yourself. Know why music is important to you. Take the time to daydream and picture in detail what it is that you want out of your music life. Do the work to have an abundant mindset that's going to attract what you want. Number 2, it's the theme of today. Besides vision, tap into your community. Find a community that educates you and mentors you, where you aren't the biggest dreamer in the room. Here you're going to get insights on what parts you're missing with your strategy. You're going to find like-minded music creators when you find the right group. You will discover opportunities you would otherwise not know about. Number 3, learn the business, apply it to yourself, practice, and get better. Use paid jobs to help you increase your experience and skills, and then you also have money to help invest into your music. I cannot accept the fact that there are talented musicians that have a burning passion for music and they're not doing it because of what they believe to be true about themselves, their ability, or their situation. I was there once, and now as I rise to the top, I want to make sure to take other dreamers with me. So my vision is to have an abundant, thriving music community, providing strategy for musicians to have the time and resources to create and share their music. I see opportunities igniting musical experiences globally, connecting all of us in a language we can all understand. So, what do you guys all think about that? I gotta unmute some of these. There we go.
I think that's amazing. Very inspiring.
It's awesome.
Incredibly empowering.
Thank you guys. And that is what entertainment management is all about community. Sure, like we were talking about last, you can learn everything that you need to know on YouTube, but who's going to hold you accountable to doing it? And who's going to help you? Who's going to be on your team? Where are you going to find those people? That's within the community. And so I want to give everybody a chance here. Ariel, do you have any last words for us?
I have something special and I have a surprise.
Ooh, I love surprises.
Commit to excellence. Know your strength. There is greatness within us. Don't give up, have faith. Have courage, be fearless until you win. It's always possible. You just have to begin. Through test trials, tribulations, our dreams can exist if we pursue them and we don't resist. Life is a journey meant to build us up strong. Life is a blessing, teaching us right from wrong. When we challenge our best, that's when we really grow. It takes living outside our comfort zone to live up to our potential.
Very nice.
It really is a Disney princess, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I
was
So
awesome.
that is our beautiful Ariel Vibe, and her Facebook page is listed there at the bottom, so definitely everybody go check her out. Sarah, any final words for us?
I just want to say thank you for having me on to discuss our visions, and good luck out there to everyone pursuing their music career or their vision or trying to find it.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. And if you want to connect with Sarah, she definitely wants to help. She's a great helper. Her link is down there at the bottom. Definitely connect with Sarah. Mike, any last words for us?
No, just thank you guys. And Empress by Swear Words comes out February 1st, next week.
Oh,
Get ready.
yeah. That's super exciting.
Woo!
And everybody, I am Liz, and if you're interested in joining our music community, we've got a musician mastermind, we've got a resource center, we've got a bunch of cool things to help you out. You can go to our website, halisthebomb.com/music community. Just click the button, fill out the application, book an appointment with me, and we'll talk and we'll make sure that this is a great fit for you. So that is all that we have this week. See you again next week for Austin Entertainment. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.